How are we doing today, people? Once again, you find yourself privileged enough to be part of the rounds. Welcome to the Brew-There-Drankthat family. Our mission, our goal, and our passion is to bring you the freshest and tastiest in all that brews each and every episode. So let's get right into it, man. I'm super excited. It's a little cold, it's a little wet, so you need something a little more pronounced, so to speak, to kind of warm you up, give you that nice toasty holiday feeling. And today it is my absolute privilege to bring you the third in the limited edition release series, or the limited batch release of Sam Adams, and this is the Griffin's Bow. Now, you guys have already seen the other releases, the Tasman Red, the Third Voyage, and this is actually a little different. The Tasman Red was a red I.P.A., the Third Voyage was a double I.P.A., and here we've actually jumped into a completely different genre, and I'm very excited about it, because the Griffin's Bow is a golden barley wine aged on toasted oak. Now this features 5 different malts for its malt backbone, and it only features 2 different kinds of hops, but I happen to be a huge fan of one of those, the Zeus and Nelson Sauvin hops. Now the Nelson Sauvin is from New Zealand, and is a hop that seems little used, as is the Zeus hop. The Zeus hop is grown here in America primarily, though, if I remember correctly. And I absolutely love the Zeus hop. I think it provides a fantastic balance of both strong bitterness and yet good flavor. Not overly bitter or astringent. Just very, very well done. This is looking good. Now, the cool thing about all of these, all 3 of these limited edition releases, is here on the back. I don't know if you can see that clearly or not. It tells you what batch number it is. And each one of these has read batch number 1. So, I'm pretty excited to get in on the ground level of this. I'm hoping this is something that'll turn into 6-packs, maybe like a premium level, because Sam Adams already has their entry level, they've got their seasonals, they do high octane or high grav 4-packs, and even though two of these 3 limited edition releases qualify as high grav, I would really, really love to see them done in 6-packs. Of course, if they jumped up to 750s, that wouldn't be a bad way to go either. Fantastic hue to it. Really nice. It looks like they did cold condition this all the way, but you can see that the 5 malts have produced a sturdy malt backbone here. A slightly off-white head. Very nice effervescence to it. The effervescence seems extremely consistent. You don't see varying size in your air pockets at all. And with the agitator here at the bottom, the head may stick around with us for a while. Now again, I'm not entirely familiar with the Nelson Sauvin hop. As I said, it seems to be one that's little used. Or maybe it's hard to come by, who knows. But I do pick up the Zeus hop on the nose. I was hoping the oak might show through a little more on the nose. Maybe it'll present in the palate. Kind of mellow on the nose, but that can be good, because a lot of barley wines, especially American style barley wines, tend to be the extreme end of both of the beer profiles. They tend to be both extremely malty and extremely hoppy. Most barley wines, at least American style, tend to start, like for starters, around 72, 70 IBUs and go up from there. There are a few that are less, but indicative of an American barley wine, as with most American styles, you find higher IBU counts. There's a little bit of the oak starting to open up there. Oh my god. Okay, I'm buying like 6 more bottles of this. I immediately got the oak on the palate. It also danced fantastically with candied fruit tones, a little bit of toffee. Oh, and the one thing I probably have forgotten to mention, this is no joke. This comes in at 11.5 ABV, so definitely on the stout end of things. That is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And I find it to be a good bit different than typical barley wines. Typical barley wines pour a deep, deep red, bordering on a brown. And this is more like an orange-hued beauty. But the toasted oak, fantastic addition. Fantastic fruity esters, toffee. Not a ton of effervescence on the tongue, but I don't think that would be indicative of the style per se. Wow. And the alcohol doesn't present overly hot at all. You really start to get just a twinge of the alcohol about the last third of the flavor profile. Insanely well done. As I said when I did the first video of this for the Tasman Red, it seems like Sam Adams is known as the biggest of the little guys, and some folks tend to see that as not a good thing. But what I think is really cool is the fact that in the time that they've become known as the biggest of the little guys, they haven't stopped working. They've got probably a substantial stockpile of fantastic recipes and variations on styles, and yet they just gotta sit on them and wait, kind of let everybody catch up. And then, boom, they drop something like this, or they drop something like the Infinium, or their Barrel Room series, and just remind you why they've been able to become the biggest of the little guys. Phenomenal stuff. Like I said, I'm going to go cop a few more bottles ASAP, and I would recommend, if you guys can get a hold of it, I would strongly recommend this one. In fact, remarkably, I would almost suggest them in the reverse order that I tasted them in. I enjoyed the Tasman Red. I thought the malt build might have been a little too heavy for it to only showcase 2 hops. The Third Voyage I thought was bang on, phenomenal. Not an over-the-top double IPA. Fantastic take on the style and an expansion to it. Super drinkable for an IPA. This is like the gold medal winner of the 3 in my opinion. I can't get over the flavor profile. This is fantastic. Like I said, fruity esters, candied fruits, toffee, toasted oak, non-aggressive presenting alcohol for it being 11.5%. Insanely drinkable, and it definitely puts the holiday spirit in you. So here's to it, guys. We will see you over our next pint. Thanks for joining us on the rounds, and we'll see you next time.